this game, that matchup at the guard position, that is going to be special.
Well, that's the point of attack on both ends of the floor, and it's always fun to see skilled and capable guards duel it out. It is like watching a great chess match.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3 slot. Sinks the triple.
Boy, don't let Porzingis get cooking from three-point territory. He is a sweet shooting big man.
Over to the wing. Hartenstein against Porzingis. Over in the corner, Dort. Back to Hartenstein. Stolen by Holiday. And now White pushing it up, and no one back to stop him. And the dunk by Tatum.
Wow, how about the long arms and the timing of Jason Tatum on the alley-oop? Nice.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. You know, Doris, from the moment Jason Tatum entered the NBA, he has been the guy on his team. How big a burden do you think that is for a player to carry?
Well, Jason Tatum, regardless of how much responsibility he has always worn it gracefully. This young man, from the time he was a little kid in St. Louis, has dreamed of leading an NBA team. He is doing exactly that.
Now, here's Brown. Jason Tatum missing his last shot. Just 5 to shoot. Holiday with it. Dort covering. Williams for 3. Hands it from downtown.
And that's exactly what he's looking for. Draining the triple.
Porzingis against Hartenstein. The wide open look here for Porzingis. And the dunk by Tatum.
One of the hardest, most prideful players out there. Jason Tatum ready to help out on that play.
The kick out to Williams. To the wing right side. Hartenstein inside. Tatum on him. A nice shot by Hartenstein. Boston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. A 3 from Porzingis. The Thunder pull it in.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. And Holiday picks him up defensively. Here's Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Lets it go from deep. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Well, that's an opportunistic three-point shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He liked the look of it.
Brown, the kick out to Holiday. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. It's good from long range. Tatum's got 7 points in the game.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams sets a screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. That's good from Williams. The assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams has got his second bucket.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now here's White. No scoring in this one. Holmgren up top. Guarded by Tatum. Stolen by Tatum. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. Brown outside. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Oklahoma City's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Doris, do you think the Oklahoma City Thunder has the best young core in the NBA?
Well, they are absolutely loaded with talent, Kevin. Not only that, they fit together. Now they've got a perennial MVP because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has inserted himself into the best player in the game conversation and a rising star in Chet Holmgren. Look out.
And White kicks to Holiday. The kick out to Tatum. Porzingis with a screen on Dort. Shot clock at 6. Tatum no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Holmgren. Floats it up there for Gilgeous-Alexander. Here we go with Holiday running it up the court. Pass to Tatum. Shoots over Holmgren. Tatum's shot is off.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
So for Oklahoma City right now, both Jalen and Jalen Williams are out there. One at the 3, the other at the 5. Alex Caruso out there with Isaiah Joe. And it's Wiggins in at the power forward position. Kept alive. Here's Williams. And it's slammed in by Williams.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
Of that attitude, growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David. Here's Horford. Hits the outside fadeaway.
You have to contest shots no matter where Al Horford is on the floor. That time, he's working the mid-range.
You know, DB, I imagine any lineup could benefit from a veteran guy like Al Horford.
Boy, you just look at how younger guys on the team lean on Al. He guides them through any number of experiences. He's been a pro's pro from the moment he entered the league, and he's still having an impact with his defensive ability and range shooting.
On the wing, Williams. He's covered by Brown. The kick out to Williams. Beyond the arc. Joe good. Joe's got the lead up to 2 now for Oklahoma City. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Cornette can't get it to go. Oklahoma City's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. A wide open look here for Caruso. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Brown. And there's the drive. And finished off by Brown.
Boy, how impressive is the quickness Jaylen Brown possesses. This guy sprints hard toward the cup on every drive. Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
And the basket by Hauser. Hauser's got the game tied up here for the Celtics.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively. And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the 3, but he just couldn't get it to go.
Joe can't get it to go. 2 minutes. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. And so Boston again turning it over.
Well, simply stated, you have to take care of the basketball, and they don't on that possession.
Torrey Craig. He's checked in for the Celtics. Holiday comes in for Brown. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Chad Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. Dort, he's checked in for Isaiah Joe. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Jalen Williams. There's 1:34 left in the first half. Here's Pritchard. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Holiday, the pass to Hauser. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Doors, some great shooters on this Boston team, but at times, don't you think they settle from the perimeter?
Well, Kevin, obviously, this is a coaching staff that puts a heavy emphasis on three-point shooting. They led the league in makes, they led the league in attempts. But obviously, your 2 best players, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, with their size and athleticism and driving ability, you want to try to find the right balance. They do a great job of that.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Dort. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Dort's got the lead back up to 5 now for the Thunder. Nice ball movement by Boston. It's stolen by Hartenstein. Floats it up for Holmgren. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And give credit to Holmgren for jumping all over that opportunity, putting his length to great use.
Holmgren against Craig. Pass to Hauser. Craig with a screen on Caruso. Here's Pritchard. Gilgeous-Alexander cover. Takes the three. A shot by Pritchard, no good. And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 11. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Hauser. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's Oklahoma City in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. Back to the action in just a minute. And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, 1 half to go. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on them from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, he's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at center. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot. Can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
You know, we talk all the time about how important it is to have bigs who can stretch the floor. An example there.
And with that, the Thunder lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from Kristaps Porzingis. It's Williams with the drive, and then Williams slams it in.
We are talking about a 6'6" point guard. Shai has got a great view of the floor. What an easy pass.
Here's Brown, and then Brown with the dunk.
Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot, but right now this guy is cooking.
Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That is his first foul of the game. And the Thunder making a switch here. Williams is checked in.
Now into the lineup for the Thunder, number 6, Jalen Williams.
Dort kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's foul number 2 for him.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 11. Rebounded by Tatum. Tatum's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Now here's Holmgren from the arc, and Williams is right there. And the Thunder lead by 11.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Brown the pass to Porzingis. Fires from deep. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Holmgren's got his 4th rebound in this one. Williams for 3. Hits it from 3-point range. Williams has got the lead up to 14 now for Oklahoma City. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, well, like a lockdown corner in football, teams just try to keep the ball away from Drew Holiday. He says, I feel like they're not afraid of me, but like, okay, get him off the ball. To me, that's respect. I don't need other people telling me how good I am. You can see it by their actions. Kevin?
So true. He can't be intimidating, David, and we thank you for that report. Here's Wiggins, and Derek White picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Pritchard, he's checked in for Drew Holiday. And here now the Thunder. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Williams for three. The shot, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing. And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
GA, these Boston Celtics are unquestionably a top-tier offensive unit.
Stupendous shooting, excellent instincts with the ball. Yeah, they are a model offense in many ways, making it tough for many teams to keep up with them.
Tatum kicks to White. Pass to Porzingis. From past the arc. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Dort. No good with the triple. Celtics trail by 15. Fires the three. No good on that one. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Outside Williams. Screen by Wiggins.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. Here's Tatum. Rebound by Williams.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Boston foul.
Oklahoma City shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity strike. That's a huge factor.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's checked in for Williams. Alex Caruso comes in for Jalen Williams. And it's Isaiah Joe in for Dort.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Here's Hartenstein. Pass to Joe. Wiggins outside. And the three ball is good. Wiggins has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Craig against Wiggins. Craig passes to Pritchard. Got it off in time. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Oklahoma City with a 19-point advantage heading in. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. Here's Holiday. So for Oklahoma City right now, the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Isaiah Joe is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Caruso in at the small forward position.
A really smart player. Holiday can find the spaces inside and exploit them for points.
And Derek White picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Holiday against Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Hartenstein. Horford with the block.
Well, this guy is a consistent shot blocking threat. Out Horford twice on the pipes.
Some changes for Boston. Porzingis is checked in for Horford. And it's Tatum in for Torrey Craig. Here's Hartenstein. The rebound by the Celtics.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Boy, what you really like about Porzingis going end-to-end, he does it under control, right? This guy is 7 feet and masterful in space.
And with that, the Thunder lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from White.
Now the D giving him a little bit of space beyond the three-point line, and that's all the room he needs.
Holmgren finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Hartenstein. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. Boston's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. White, wide open. He fires. A three-pointer, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Holmgren wide open. The Thunder with another miss. The Celtics have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. The Thunder leading by 11. Here's Joe. Nailed from three-point land.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Well, credit the offense, though. If you're going to come with casual defensive effort, this team's responsibility is to take advantage, and they do.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And the Thunder, another three.
Alexander.
Wow, what a quick release from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. What a pretty pull-up.
Right side Holiday. The kick out to Tatum. To the paint. Outside Holiday. Shot clock at 5. Brown the pass to White. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Williams, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Williams comes in for Alex Caruso. And it's Dort in for Isaiah Joe. And he comes up with the deuce. And the Thunder lead by 16.
Boy, delicate touch on that floater by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's pretty.
Launches a three. And White, the bucket on the assist by Holiday.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Goes up on the high post. Misses off the right iron. The Celtics have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Outside Holiday. Brown outside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Holmgren.
First one on Holmgren.
You get a look at the pretty competitive fire of Jaylen Brown. Takes on the defense and draws the contact.
Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
We've got 1:23 left in the fourth. Holiday gets the bucket. And so here is Oklahoma City. They have a 9-point lead. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he uses the glass on the layup. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7 now in this quarter. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Thunder.
They made a point to protect the rim, challenging shots all game long, and the block total is off the charts.
And their fast break has also been a key metric in this one. They have had a significant advantage in transition over the course of this game.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Oklahoma City.
They enjoyed a big boost from the strong play of their bench.
The subs came in and did their job. Those points off the bench were key to their victory.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Yeah, the evolution of Tatum as a passer is evident. This guy more committed than ever to making the right play.
Porzingis kicks to White. There's the lob to Brown. It's stolen by Hartenstein. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. And Williams with the stuff.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
There's Brown with the 3. Driving inside. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2.
Well, Porzingis does a nice job looking for the window to make his teammate better. Pretty pass.
Blue Jays, Dort. Assisted, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead.
Titans clashing in this one.
Oh, my. B.A., I mean, there's no shortage of stars on either side of the ball. These tend to be statement games, sending a message by imposing their will.
So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves. Conley and Ant are the 1 and the 2. Jaden McDaniels out there with Julius Randle. And it's Gobert in at the 5, down low. And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall, and he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
Now here's Conley. Pass to Gobert. 4 on the clock. Gobert with a screen on Holiday. And that one's good from Conley.
Nice, sweet lefty stroke from Mike Conley. Has really worked on that part of his game.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I caught up with Coach Joe Mazzulla. He knows it'll be tough to score in the paint tonight. Gobert locks down the lane as well as anyone. He blocks shots, and then when you count up the numbers of shots he alters, you get a full picture of his dominance at the defensive end. Guys?
Great work, Allie. Thanks. For 3, Randle. That one's good. And it's Conley who picks up the assist.
When you have Randle on your team, he'll space out that floor.
Tatum, a screen on Edwards. Connects from downtown.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
McDaniels, that's good.
McDaniels with the big answer.
White with a screen on Gobert. Randle with a steal. On the break. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Rocketing right off the floor. Explosive jam by McDaniel.
Porzingis sets a screen. The kick to Tatum. There's the triple. And it's Gobert with a rebound.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Clark, with Minnesota being a major player in the West now, Wolves Nation is howling.
Howling and growling, B.A. That's the name of their fan base. And, yeah, they're excited. And for good reason. Not only is this team competitive, but they can be downright dominant at times, especially at the defensive end of the floor. Easy group to cheer for.
McDaniels can't hit.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
The Timberwolves lead by 3. Left side, Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Watch out now. Look out below. Edwards rising to the rafters.
Tatum passes to Holiday. And finished off by Tatum.
He's undersized for a 4, but his hops level the playing field.
To the paint.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Gobert against Brown. Gobert no good. And Brown has got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. They trail by 3 with the tip. Great positioning on the putback.
Dominant play from Porzingis on the glass, securing the ball and finishing the play strong.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Cornette's checked in for Kristaps Porzingis. Horford comes in for Tatum. Hauser, he's checked in for Brown. And Pritchard is subbed in for White. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Alexander Walker's checked in. Cornette passes to Holiday. Out to the wing. Cornette sets a screen. A chance there to take the lead, but a miss. Minnesota's gone 3 of 3 from outside and looking sharp here. And Drew Holiday gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Reed's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Clark comes in for McDaniels. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Mike Conley. Reed can't hit. Boston trailing. Now the Celtics on the move. Again, the miss by Boston. For Minnesota, they've got 6 of 10 attempts to fall. DiVincenzo, pass to Reed. Fires from deep. Ooh, and once again, off the mark by Minnesota. Pass to Holiday. Fires from the corner, and he gets the jumper to drop.
Boy, that is some kind of heads-up basketball from Holiday. He does not sleep on the wide-open man and found him perfect.
Alexander Walker with it. Now Horford defending. Randall's got room. With nobody on him, he buries that jumper. Randall's got 5.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Cornette passes to Holiday. Pass to Hauser. Here's Pritchard. Just 5 on the clock. Cornette sets a screen. This one for 3. Knocks down the long J.
They keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
The baseline J is on the way. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. Tie game in Boston. And we'll be back in just a... And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And for Boston guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, it's simple. I mean, they started off strong, and they've been hot from beyond the arc since the get-go.
Well, the player and ball movement has been excellent. Finding space, operating in space, and when they've gotten open shots, they've knocked them down.
Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. Pritchard and White at the 1 and the 2. And it's Brown in at the small forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Minnesota's gone 4 of 6 from three-point range thus far. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive. Well, now and throughout their entire history, they are really the gold standard in this league. And it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
Minot's checked in for Minnesota.
Hey, like a lot of guys, Edwards rides momentum as a player. When his confidence is soaring, so is his activity level.
And it's Tatum missing. Minnesota in the lead. Here's Edwards, plenty of space. Money from 17 feet out. Edwards got 7.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
Porzingis misses.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Reed passes to Alexander Walker. Now here's Edwards. Lets it fly. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Brian, it's great hearing Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla talk shop. He said everybody tries to break basketball up into offense and defense, but it's one game. Your spacing, decision-making, and shot selection set up your defense. That transition happens so fast, so the game is constantly changing. It's all connected, Brian.
No question. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff there. Tatum. Oh, yes. The turnaround. Tatum's got 5 points in the quarter.
You can't exhale at all as a defender on Tatum. Mid-range not his go-to spot, but he took advantage there.
And, yep, it's good.
Sometimes when you've got that much room, you can't resist doing something special.
Here's Porzingis. And out of bounds. Minnesota will have it. Craig's checked in for Boston. Gobert's checked in for Minnesota. Conley comes in for DiVincenzo. The Timberwolves lead by 5. Conley passes to Edwards. And here's Alexander Walker. Here's Reed. Edwards looking it over. And Edwards slams it in.
Edwards is rolling right now. If I'm his teammates, he's getting the rock every time.
Pass to Pritchard. White for 3. Three-pointer goes up. Three-pointer goes down for White. And Grant, we know the importance of the veteran leaders on a team, but not every vet wants to accept the mentorship role.
Very true, B.A. In your later years, that role becomes a blend of playing and kind of coaching. Not everyone is cut out for that.
Al Horford's checked in for Boston. Holiday comes in for Pritchard. Randall, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. McDaniels comes in for Alexander Walker. Celtics trail by 4. Here's Tatum. Oh, the big dunk right over Julius Randle.
An athletic forward who dunks it with style. Showing off his dunking ability right there.
Here's Conley. Craig comes with a double.
2 minutes.
Here's Randall.
2 minutes.
And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
That's simply an outstanding play, working the size mismatch right at the rim.
Hauser, he's checked in for Tatum. And the Timberwolves also making a change. DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's Holiday with the ball for the Boston Celtics. And a miss there on the triple.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Pass to Gobert. Gobert is doubled. McDaniels passes to DiVincenzo. Craig with a steal. Now the Celtics on the move. Here's Hauser. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Horford passes to Hauser. 6 to shoot. Shot from 12. And the shot is good off the backboard.
Just straight tricking the defender with the shot fake. This is how it's done.
Conley passes to Gobert. Back to Conley. Picked by Gobert. Inside. Horford with a steal. And again, Boston running the floor in transition. Three-pointer, Holiday. It's rebounded by Minnesota. End of quarter management here. They can go 2 for 1.
Make the math work in your favor.
Here's McDaniels. Holiday grabs the miss. Celtics trail by 3. Fast break. Here we go. Out to Horford. Puts it up from 15. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game.
Well, you know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
Conley looking for an opening. And stolen by Holiday. Anthony Edwards has been on display for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. We'll be right back after this word. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs.
Oh, rise up, Jaylen Brown.
I love seeing players connect like this. Brown excels at knowing when to go for alley-oops.
Randall, good.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
It's Edwards on the wing. Jaylen Brown with a rebound.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
White, good.
Well, White is a capable three-point shooter now, and he does not need a lot of space or time to get off his shot.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Julius Randle. That's his first foul.
A great job to establish position and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
That puts him in the lead. And the Celtics lead by 2.
Inside, Porzingis has a lot of advantages. He's stronger than he looked, and we know how tall he is, north of 7 feet, and he's got a super soft touch.
Boston has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Pass to White. Three-pointer. And again, Boston with the triple.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
Edwards with it. Now guarded by Brown. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And from what we've seen so far in his career, Anthony Edwards wants to be that guy in crunch time, Clark.
Yeah, I love his mentality. Not only in that he wants to be the guy, but he also wants to elevate his teammates, and he plays the game with an exuberance and a joy and a freshness that is, quite good to see. But I like his attack mentality and his willingness to step into leading his team by example at both ends of the floor.
Here's Pritchard, outside Tatum. Here's the three. Randall pulls down the board.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take two from the free throw line.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
Cadis checked in for Boston. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for McDaniels. And the basket by Brown.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Another miss by Minnesota. And it's a Celtics ball. They're on a 15-5 run. Launches it from deep. The shot comes out. Timberwolves trail by 7. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, last season, Jason Tatum surpassed 10,000 career points. He said, "It sounds crazy. I always think about when I was a kid growing up with my mom and saying I wanted to be in the NBA. I may have thought I would be one of the best players, but to actually do it is a surreal feeling." Brian, he's being honest.
Yeah, dreams do come true, Allie. Thank you. Tatum from long range. Sinks it again. That's his 7th made field goal in 11 tries.
Tatum clearly putting on a show in this one. Doing it all.
Conley passes to Alexander Walker. The jump hook. And he tries it off the glass, but it's no good. Pass to Tatum. Puts up a deep three. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Gobert's got his 4th rebound in this one. Now here's Randall from deep three-point range. Boston pulls it in. Brown's got 4 rebounds now. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. 3-on-3. Conley passes to Alexander Walker. Fires the three. Gets the 3 ball to go. Alexander Walker's got his first 3 points of the game.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Tatum draws the double. Porzingis for 3. That shot missing. Timberwolves trail by 5. Here's Edwards. Oh, big finish! Man.
Fearless drive by Edwards, taking the ball right into the defense and finishing strong.
Deflected! And they're able to recover. Tatum from long range. JT for 3.
You got to have a good basketball IQ to be effective. I love the decision to kick it out.
Conley passes to Alexander Walker. Edwards for 3. Boston with a rebound. Tatum with it.
You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands.
Yeah, he wanted credit for the basket and the assist on that one.
For 3, Randall, and that's not gonna go. And that does it for the 3rd quarter. Both teams clicking offensively. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dive. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th quarter. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. Luke Cornett out there with Al Horford. And it's Hauser in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Boston making a switch here. Craig's checked in. The Timberwolves also with a sub. Ingles is checked in. And Craig pulls it down.
Trying to show off for the fans and give them their money's worth. Just couldn't finish.
Holiday passes to Horford. tries a 10-footer. No good. A bit long that time.
Well, that's a rare miss for him inside. He may have just rushed it a bit. Maybe lost concentration, too.
A slam dunk by Reed.
Unselfish. As somebody who already draws a lot of defensive attention, Edwards has to be willing to make that next pass.
Outside White. 60 ticks off the clock here in the fourth. Pass to Hauser. The three. Drops in the three. And the Celtics lead by 9.
Very capable as a point guard is Derek White, showing off his playmaking skills there.
Edwards for three. And Craig pulls it down.
Yeah, no, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Fires the three. Hauser can't get it to go. And it's Edwards with the ball for Minnesota. Here's Ingles. Good.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Horford outside. Pass to Holiday. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Timberwolves trail by 7. Here is DiVincenzo. No good on the three. Outside Craig. Beyond the arc. Hauled in by DiVincenzo.
Impressive closeout on a skilled shooter. That is how you defend shots from downtown.
Holiday with the ball. And Clark picks him up defensively. The turnaround Jay. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there. And neither can he.
Pass to Reed. White against Edwards. Back to Reed. Fires for three. Boston pulls it in.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
White, good.
Boy, it has been some kind of game for White. He's been aggressive and fearless and free in attacking all game long.
Ooh, and once again, off the mark by Minnesota. Boston leading by 10. Here's Horford. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got his 4th rebound in this one. DiVincenzo, pass to Reed. Over Craig. And Reed with a basket on the assist by DiVincenzo. Reed's gotten 4 this quarter.
A versatile guard, DiVincenzo is excellent at hitting his teammates in their spots.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
You know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
No problems knocking that one down. DiVincenzo's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Well, you know, that last 3 got DiVincenzo fired up now. He had to respond. He goes to the arc to shoot back with one of his own triples.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Off target with the 3. Boston has gone 3 of 6 from downtown so far in the fourth.
Well, now it's just a matter of watching the sand fall through the hourglass. This game is wrapped up in a strong showing for the Celtics.
And the huge difference today, the efficiency from beyond the arc.
Yeah, once they started hitting shots, it stretched out the D and opened up the entire offense.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Derek White.
Well, I can't recall a play that he wasn't involved in. He was so involved in so many plays tonight. A force on both ends.
And Minnesota with possession here. It's a 10-point game. Ingles from outside. And Craig pulls it down.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Craig against DiVincenzo. Back to Edwards. So we see the Celtics taking the W here. Allie, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
the amount of stars that both of these teams have accumulated, that gets me pretty excited. And these are the type of games that for fans, they love to see the star power shine. And you never know, that expected greatness could be on display for us here tonight.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Conley and Edwards are the guards. Julius Randle is out there with Gobert, and it's McDaniels in at the 3 spot. And he gets it to go.
Oh, nice job there from Holmgren. His guys appreciate when they're open, he gets them the ball.
Randle passes to Gobert. Back to Randle. At the top of the key, Gobert. Moves back up. Gets another look. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
This is Rudy in his zone, where his shot is within easy reach.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Sinks the three-pointer.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Oh, here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Flying high, Anthony Edwards, ladies and gents, cleared for takeoff.
And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Here is Conley after Oklahoma City gets the 3. And it's good for 2.
Gotta admire how clever Conley is. Gifted at catching the defense off guard with that soft float.
Holmgren finds Gilgeous-Alexander. It's up a 3. And Holmgren the bucket on the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Conley with the 3 gets the 3-pointer to fall. Conley's got 5.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the 3-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Now, here's Dort. Pass to Hartenstein, and there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
For 3, Holmgren. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Offline from the top of the key.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. After the missed 3 from Chet Holmgren. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside.
2 minutes.
Here's Holmgren. Here's Hartenstein. That misses off the basket. The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Here's McDaniels. Off target from outside. The Thunder have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. In recent years, Brent, we've seen Oklahoma City turn into a contender simply by developing their own young talent.
Yeah, blocks on sticks, on bricks, on blocks, and that's what they've done. They have not signed a free agent, big-name guy. They've built from within. They've built an incredible roster by drafting well and fostering the growth of these young players, along with the coach who has given them a lot of belief. It's been pretty magical in OKC.
Edwards, that's good. Edwards got his second bucket of the game to go.
And he's a true inside-out threat. Edwards wants to score from everywhere on the floor.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. Hartenstein with the screen for Williams. Scores off the spin. Williams has got 5 points so far.
That play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Buries it from 3-point range.
And that corner pocket triple, terrific shot by Edwards from deep.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost.
And both teams here in a nice rhythm offensively, and that really says as much about the lack of D
as it does either's O.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Outside Conley. McDaniel sets a screen for Conley. That one, no good. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And a high-scoring first quarter. Both teams really filling it up. The Timberwolves on top. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
Oh, man, how about the mid-range jumper from these guys? It's on tonight, a huge part of their offense so far.
Getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Miller is out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. Then there's Anthony Edwards. And it's Reed in its center. And Minnesota has possession after Oklahoma City gets the free. There's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Einod's checked in. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Pass to Alexander-Walker. Timberwolves passing it around. Here's Reed. Williams with the block. Down low. It's tipped. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Here's DiVincenzo. Williams with the block. And he recovers it. Reed gets the bucket.
DiVincenzo being a connector out there now.
Thunder trailing by 3. Here's Joe. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. And they pick up 2. Reeves got 6 here in this quarter.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Timberwolves leading by 5. Alexander-Walker passes to Reed. Off target with his 3. Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Offline with his 3. For Minnesota, they've gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side. But when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Hartenstein's checked in for Oklahoma City. Dort comes in for Isaiah Joe. Offensive rebound. No good. Shot missing. Minnesota in the lead. Conley with the 3. Dort grabs the miss.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
In the corner, it's Wiggins. Outside, Dort. For 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Dort's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, if you're looking for a 3-and-D player, Dort plays D, and there's your 3.
Reed. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Wiggins from outside, and the Thunder another 3.
I like how unselfish Dort was on that play, freely giving it away rather than trying to chase down something for himself.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, Lou Dort makes his bones at the defensive end. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I always try to test myself against him in practice because he's the best of the best. And Coach Mark Daigneault said, I look at him more like he's an artist. We can shift him anywhere. There's no one he can't guard. Kevin?
David, he is a beast. Wow. Thank you for the report. 109 left in the second quarter.
Then Gobert showing how much he wanted that basket.
A wide open look here for Hartenstein. And a miss there on the triple. Timberwolves leading by 3. Conley for 3. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And the basket by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Nobody's catching SGA on the fast break. Nobody.
Conley kicks to Reed. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got 4 assists in the game.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
The D better step up their game as Shea is effective at the pull-up.
Gobert down low. He's against Wiggins. Here's Hartenstein. Defended by Gobert. Hartenstein can't get it to go.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's an aggressive attitude defensively.
Oz Reed has been on display for Minnesota. His work on the glass was outstanding in that quarter. Great rebound. We'll return shortly.
Ready for the fans at Court Shot.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Oz Reed with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3, the small forward. And that's who Mark Daigneault starts the second half. And Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
The tray and the rejection by Holmgren.
Long 7-1 with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity.
Conley scanning the floor. Pass to Randall. 6 to shoot. Over in the corner, McDaniels. His 3-pointers off the mark. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. The Thunder have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Well, Brent, we had to wait a year for it, but Chet Holmgren had an incredible rookie season.
And I don't think any talent evaluator is surprised at the way that Chet came in his first year and was able to contribute and sometimes dominate in the ways that he did. So coming back healthy, making that immediate impact, Chet Holmgren is going to be a superstar in this league.
Holmgren and the dunk by Holmgren.
And given that Holmgren is 7 feet tall, he's a threat to throw it down at any time.
Randall kicks to Edwards. No good from outside. The Thunder with the lead. Dort passes to Williams. Dort finds Williams. From downtown, they grab their own miss.
Always impressive when a smaller player has a nose for the ball and rises up amongst the taller ones to grab rebounds.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Caruso's checked in. Minnesota also with the sub. Alexander Walker's checked in. And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
Passes like this demonstrate Conley's unselfishness as well as his desire to get his guys going on offense.
Dort misses. And stolen by Caruso. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Hartenstein. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 assists in the game. Three-pointer, Randall. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Williams with a clean look and the three off target.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Conley dishes to Edwards. Edwards cashing in from outside.
And this is big for Edwards' confidence, wanting to keep hitting from downtown and stretching that defense. Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Gobert can't hit. The Thunder leading by 3. A wide open look here for Caruso. Knocked loose. Now here's Conley, the fast break opportunity. Fires for 3. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
I'll tell you, you give Conley the ball and trust him to make the right decision.
Dort wide open. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him, they appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
There's the triple, and the Thunder another 3.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
Here's Randall. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Hartenstein's got 11 rebounds in the game. It's stolen by Edwards. Pass to Gobert. Drops in the layup for 2. Gobert's got 4 points this quarter.
Man, Gobert is on a tear right now. Keep going to the hot head.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. Door to screen on Conley. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And offensively, a great show for the fans through the first 3 quarters. It's been a fun game to watch. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball and the perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, they've got Reed, Dante DiVincenzo. He's out there with Edwards, and it's Clark in at the 3 spot. Now here's DiVincenzo. After the miss from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Plenty of room around him, and it's good.
When you have a guard like Gilgeous-Alexander that fights inside, it can add some spunk to your team.
Reed misses.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Back to Joe. Wiggins, a screen on Edwards. Joe can't get it to go. Timberwolves trail by 4. DiVincenzo with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That is his first foul of the game. Topic is checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Joe Ingles is checked in for Minnesota. Mike Conley comes in for Clark. Trains the three-pointer.
And the mechanics of Conley's shot are rock solid, allowing him to take a shot with no hesitation.
Here's Topic. Pass to Caruso. Wiggins sets a screen for Caruso. No one covering.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion.
Extra right there from Edwards.
Man, what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
Here's Topic. Over by Conley. Joe with it. Wiggins outside. Clock at 6. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Here's Caruso. That's tipped. Conley against Caruso. Caruso. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Gets in there. Conley with the assist. Edwards got 5 points in the quarter. Oklahoma City trailing. Nobody near Williams. Nice shot from the wing. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
And the basket by Ingles.
And Conley is just so unselfish. He's very willing to give the ball up if it means setting up a teammate.
The kick out to Williams. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Yeah, draw the D in, kick it out for the open shot. That's taking a page straight out of your textbook. Well done.
DiVincenzo passes to Reed. Takes a three. Second chance shot. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's Edwards. A second chance effort. Caruso grabs the miss. Thunder have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Caruso, a screen on DiVincenzo. Joe can't get it to go. Timberwolves have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And hands are buttery. DiVincenzo putting the defender in the popcorn machine.
And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Thunder.
They've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg, believe me. But confidence to attempt an alley-oop to himself. Here's Williams driving to the basket. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play.
Gilgeous-Alexander's nothing if not a creator. Make that pass in his sleep.
And here's Edwards from the arc.
And this is what dominating the glass looks like. He just cannot be contained.
Sort of reminding me of a little Ben Wallace action here from his years with the Pistons. He's been that much of a force rebounding the ball.
Got it. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
There's Williams with the three. Knocks down the three.
Really hard to count how many of their possessions have ended just like that, with one of his shots falling.
A crucial moment, too. He's been doing that all night. No one's come close to stopping.
And the length of Gobert can be so difficult to deal with, and that's why you have to be physical with him on defense.
McDaniels, he's checked in for Minnesota.
That one miss was huge. He had a chance to turn this into a one-possession game.
And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Has to Gobert. Over Hartenstein. No good off the back of the rim. Gilgeous-Alexander against Conley. Lets the three fly. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. McDaniels kicks to Edwards. Good! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games.
Thank you, David. And that'll do it, folks.
two of the top teams in the league.
And each of them with some superstar talent. Whichever star can lead the way, control the game, that'll be the key.
And let's take a look at Boston's starting lineup. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. The 2 Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. And it's Porzingis in at the 5. Takes the 3. And it's Holmgren missing. Oh, got a piece of it. Tatum way outside. An absolute bomb from three-point range.
Ooh, how about that extended range from Tatum? It's an absolute bomb.
Shoots. Here's Holmgren. Another shot. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
These are his first free throws of the game. You know, after sitting out his first pro year due to a foot injury, Chet Holmgren was well worth the wait, Graham.
Yes, he was. And Chet was actually guarding LeBron during a summer pro-am game when he hurt his foot. But Chet was a monster his rookie year, already an elite shot blocker.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
And Gilgeous-Alexander understands this team wants him to be aggressive on offense. Love watching him go to work.
The Thunder have gone 1 for 3 so far. Williams against Porzingis. Williams passes to Hartenstein. And he buries his first look.
He really hooked the defender with that pump fake. It worked to perfection.
For 3, Porzingis. Tries to keep it alive. And it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Mark Dagnall. We discussed just how difficult Jason Tatum is to guard and what he wants his team to do against him. And Coach told me he's a very talented and polished player. I told our guys to stay in front of him, don't fall for the pump fakes, play smart and under control. It's easier said than done, but we'll see if they're up to the task. Guys, back to you.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander, a screen on Brown. Here's Williams. Porzingis grabs the board. The Celtics have gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. White for 3. And the Celtics another 3.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Pass to Dort. Takes a 3. Pure from three-point range.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now here's Tatum. Back to Brown. Now here's Porzingis. And again, Boston with the triple.
Yeah, I love the answer from Porzingis. Don't sleep on his three-point shot.
This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA. And the Thunder knew his talent would be better suited elsewhere.
Now here's Tatum, and there's a whistle. That's going to go on Lou Dort. That's his first foul. Wallace, he's checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And the Celtics also making a change. Horford's checked in. And the jam by Brown.
And that's something that should really get Brown going. Alley-oops like that really help the momentum.
Williams, a screen on Holiday. Wallace, the pass to Williams. Nails it from beyond the arc.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
Here's Brown. And Brown with the stuff.
Speed on display there from Brown. This man can turn on the Jets. He has another gear.
Holiday finds Brown. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Just 4 to shoot. Here's White. And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate it didn't torch them with that mistake.
Oh, deflected. And that's out of bounds. Last touch by White.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Now here's Wiggins. All alone. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
Cornette. Williams grabs the board. Grant, they could attempt a 2-for-1 here.
They could. The key here is a...
That was unbelievable!
Wow. Now that is a finish for the ages.
Brown with it. Watched by Wallace. That one goes in. Brown's got 6.
Muscling that one in. JB is a strong individual.
Down low.
And how sweet was that play?
Pinpoint pass. Set up the alley-oop flush. Here's Pritchard. He's guarded by Caruso. Hauser passes to Cornette. Here's Hauser. He got it up. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. Oklahoma. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
So far, they haven't had to force anything. They're swinging the ball around and turning good passing into points.
And we've also got to talk about those threes dropping for them. We'll see if they can keep up the momentum from long range.
Alex Caruso is out there with Aaron Wiggins. Then it's Williams. Then it's Cason Wallace. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in it for one. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City. You look at his college days and his rookie year, Tatum has always been on a winning team, Richard.
B.A., I think it starts with his approach. There's always been an air of professionalism when it comes to Tatum. He's just a young player that is focused only on winning.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the 11th pick back in 2018, has developed to the point where he is in the MVP conversation. His coach, Mark Daigneault, said he's improved every year. He's been in the league. It's a testament to his humility. He looks in the mirror, he sees what he needs to improve on, and then he works at it. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Boston pulls it in. Ooh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams with it. Picked up by Tatum. Here's Wallace. Pass to Wiggins. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Wallace outside. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. For Boston, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. The kick to Tatum. Six on the shot clock. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right iron. Tatum's got 5 now.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
And the chess match continues.
7 lead changes already, and we're still in the first half.
Outside Tatum. The 3 is up. A rebound by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Craig with a steal. Horford can't hit.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Just go to show how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play.
Caruso misses. And here's Horford. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Back to Pritchard. The 3 is up. Second chance effort. Oh, getting it done. Horford gets it to go.
The value of a big man with Horford's quickness can't be overstated. He takes full advantage of the rebound opportunity.
Hauser passes to Pritchard. Launches it. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
3 points.
And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
From the tip, they are not making things easy on them. Lots of steals, playing disruptive basketball.
Something else that stands out is how they've gotten out in transition. Their speed has kept the defense on their heels.
Hauser can't get it to go. Thunder trail by 4. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Picked up by Tatum. And Gilgeous-Alexander missing. And another fast break for Boston. The Celtics are running. Horford can't hit.
It seemed like he changed his mind during the layup, tried to pull off another shot, and choked. Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Boston has gone 6 of 14 from the perimeter tonight. Tatum from long range. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got 6 rebounds in the game. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Wallace. From downtown. Hauser grabs the board. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Craig on the wing. Caruso against Tatum. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Play by Tatum. Using the fake to get the contact.
And so Tatum nails both of them. Thunder trail by 4.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Yeah, you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
Joe pass to Holmgren. It's Dort on the wing. Three-pointer. Hits the trifecta. Dort's got 6.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Here's Brown. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Celtics leading by a... Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball. After a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum. Man, is he getting it done today?
Yeah, you got to appreciate the hustle he's shown on the glass.
Kicking off the second half, here's Joe Mazzulla's 5. The perimeter pair, it's White and Brown. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center, and it's Holiday in at the point. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play. Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, there are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days, Parker.
Well, thank you for the nice words, B.A. Of course, I took pride in my overall game. And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve.
And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Williams finds Gilgeous-Alexander. It's stolen by Holiday. Now the Celtics on the move. Oh, look at Tatum. What a finish.
Once the fast break is rolling, they know who to go to. Tatum can be trusted to find the finish.
And Hartenstein slams it in.
A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
Among the best in the NBA for a few years now, Jason Tatum. RJ, he's still quite young. How can he get even better?
Oh, he could just get wiser and wiser, and that's what happens with young players. They get to a physical level where they can dominate, but where they get better is mentally. They get mentally stronger as they get into these experiences more.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Brian, a key concept preached by Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla and reiterated by Jaylen Brown, who says it's reading the game, realizing fast, but playing slow. We're the more talented team, he said. We have to be the smarter team as well. And when we do that, we're going to be tough to beat. Brian?
Well, they certainly have been, Allie. Thanks for that. Oh, off the lob, Jason Tatum.
Terrific lob, and Tatum takes care of the rest. This is how it's done. Those passes dunk themselves.
Outside, Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Lays it up and banks it in.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
White finds Holiday. Now Brown. Right side, Holiday. Back to Brown. Out of bounds. It'll be Thunderball.
Horrible mistake right there. You hate to see unforced turnovers like that.
Caruso, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Pritchard's checked in for Boston. Thunder trail by 3. Dort outside. Over Holiday. The Thunder with another miss. The Celtics have gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. Count it, and 1. He'll have a chance at a three-point play. Lou Dort picks one up.
The determination from Holiday shines through there. Refuses to give up on that shot.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Well, Richard, with the career he's had, it's hard to believe Drew Holiday has only made 2 All-Star teams.
Well, that speaks to how much talent is at the guard position in this league. But it also shows how we tend to award offense over defense because Drew, his impact is truly felt on the defensive end.
Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Pritchard. No good with the triple.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Pass to Williams. Hartenstein with a screen on Tatum. Williams. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And now just a 2-point Boston lead.
And the vision is far past his years. Williams with great decision-making.
Brown passes to Tatum. Outside Holiday. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Tatum's got 3 assists in the game.
Drew the defense and made the proper read, hitting his teammates on the perimeter.
Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. And it's Shea hitting the 3.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Tatum against Williams. Tatum a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Pritchard, no good. Oklahoma City has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Back to Dort for the lead. On target from range. Dort's got 6 in the quarter.
And these are the shots this team wants Dort taking. He understands his role in this offense.
Hacked on the shot, and that'll send him to the line for 3.
You know, not the smartest play a defender can make there.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And he's good on the second.
3 shots.
And he nails the third.
And the big fella with the skill level, showing a soft touch at the line.
Ooh, poked away. Dort, the pass to Joe. Back to Dort. Launches a 3. Drains the triple. So Dort's got 15.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more.
Let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
Make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
Yeah, they're going to review that shot to make sure he got it off in time, but I think it's going to count.
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting naked. We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. The Celtics with the lead. They've got Alex Caruso. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Cason Wallace. Then it's Aaron Wiggins, and it's Jang in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City. From outside, off the mark.
That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall.
Holiday passes to Queta. Here's Hauser. Knocks down the triple. And the Celtics lead by 5.
And defensively, how do you leave them that open in crunch time?
Now Gilgeous-Alexander to the wing, right side. With the floater. with the 7-footer. Shot clock at 5. From behind the arc. And the three-pointer goes.
Cutting into this lead. They're well within striking distance.
A stop or two in the next minute or so, and they could even this game up. Great job to keep battling.
Holiday passes to Keita, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
And Holiday takes this responsibility seriously. When someone is open on his squad, he gets it to them.
Floats one up. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Tries the spin move. Gilgeous-Alexander with the floater.
A clever scorer who reads the floor beautifully. The floater is just one of many ways Gilgeous-Alexander can beat you.
Over to the wing. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Keita. Back to Pritchard. From 17. Here's Hauser from the arc. The putback. Here's Keita. And at last, they get one to fall.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Chang gets the bucket.
Yeah, the guard instincts of Gilgeous-Alexander. I mean, fantastic work dishing the rock to uncover teammates.
Pass to Walsh. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Here's Pritchard. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Late clock. The Celtics got to hurry here. Lets it go from deep. Offensive board. Right wing. Keita. Pass to Holiday. Here's Keita. And up the court come the Thunder on the break. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander to take the lead. It's rebounded by Walsh.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
There's the foul. It's on Casey Wallace. That's his first foul. So Oklahoma City going with almost an entire new group here. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Jang. Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. Jalen Williams, he's checked in for Caruso. And it's Dort in for Wallace. So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Keita. Tatum comes in for Walsh. Brown, he's checked in for Hauser. And Derek White subbed in for Pritchard. Count it.
These moments are important for Holmgren's development. He needs to keep sinking those big-time shots.
Brown, a screen on Holmgren. Tatum feeling it out a bit. Puts up a deep three. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Holmgren. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Hartenstein to take the lead. It's rebounded by Jaylen Brown. And so Brown will bring it up to the Celtics. To KP, flying high.
Oh, my. Huge play from Porzingis. A testament to the competitiveness that he plays with.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Celtics.
They have found a lot of success in transition, running at every opportunity and getting points before the defense can get set.
Also, guys, they put in maximum effort on the offensive glass. Great determination to follow shots and not giving up on the possessions.
Ooh, here's White on the drive. There's Tatum with the 3. Money from deep.
I do not care what kind of game he is having. In these moments, Tatum is just different.
Boston foul. Drew Holiday. First personal foul.
Oh, the first of 2, no good. A heartbreaker.
For your Oklahoma City.
And he does get the second one. And that shrinks the margin to just 4.
Just a tough miss at the line. They're down 2 baskets now.
And the foul called on Jalen Williams.
First personal foul.
That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Holmgren against Tatum. Shot clock at 6. Lets the 3 fly. Offensive rebound. Right side Porzingis.
under foul. Williams. Second personal foul. 13 foul.
First free throw is good, and that puts him up 5.
Kristaps Porzingis.
Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
He doesn't waste the chance to pad their lead. It's been some solid free throw shooting.
Brown inside. White for 3. Not going to go that time. And so it's Boston with the W. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And it's Porzingis in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Tatum. Anthony Edwards unable to get his last shot to go in. And finished off by Brown.
Speedy move by Brown, using his velocity to get right where he wants to go.
Porzingis finds Tatum. Good on the triple.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for Minnesota. It's a 5-point game. Gobert with a screen on Holiday. Conley with it. Out guarded by Porzingis. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Not stopping that. Gobert from there is right around 100%.
You know, Coach, what more can you ask? The reigning 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert.
Well, Kevin, since you asked, his impact in the playoffs hasn't always been the same as during the regular season. That's got to be the next step.
Just 5 on the clock. Brown outside. Gobert pulls it in.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Good on the 3-point shot.
I'll tell you, give Conley the ball and trust him to make the right decision.
Porzingis kicks to Brown. Good on the shot.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Here is Edwards, following the basket by Jaylen Brown. Out to Edwards. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Well, Edwards is so strong. He'll complete the play unless you wrap him up.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. And despite his young age, Coach Van Gundy, Anthony Edwards' leadership qualities growing day by day.
Yeah, Kevin, and a lot of it's because he is great at both ends of the court. Confident, charismatic, upbeat. He's learning that delicate balance between taking over a game and bringing his teammates along for the ride.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I spoke briefly with Chris Finch. Now, we talked about Jrue Holiday and how he plans to stop him from being a factor out there. Coach said it won't be easy. He told me Holiday is a gifted two-way guy, but I think we can trip him up by staying on him on all times, by staying aggressive. So that direct approach is what they hope throws Holiday off his game. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. Now, McDaniels, after Jason Tatum missed on that last three-pointer.
2 minutes remaining.
Brown, right side.
2 minutes.
The kick out to Tatum. Hits the 3-point bomb. Tatum's got 9 points. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Celtics.
Well, our coaching staff has to be happy with how active they've been defensively, forcing turnovers and making the offense uncomfortable.
And another thing they've done well is push the tempo. They're running the floor and converting on the fast break.
Here is Edwards. Jason Tatum picking up that last basket. Here's Gobert. And it's White with the rebound. And here's Tatum. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Leading by 5. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Randall. Pass to McDaniels. Stolen by Tatum. And here comes White, leading the fast break. And here's Porzingis for a 3. Julius Randle with the rebound. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Gobert. Here's the floater.
And just fast off the floor to challenge shots. Porzingis, this helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
Boston leading by 8. Outside Tatum. It's Brown on the wing. The kick out to Tatum. Celtics passing it around. Clock at 4. Holiday sets the pick for Tatum. Shakes him. Here he goes. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. To stop the run. Edwards, no good.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Up in time, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. What a performance for Jason Tatum. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
On the court right now for the Celtics, they've got Horford. Tatum out there with Torrey Craig. And it's Hauser in at the small forward position. Now here's Tatum. Over Edwards. Tatum, that's good. Tatum's got the lead up to 10 now for the Celtics.
Well, you know Jason Tatum can score, and that's exactly what he's done thus far.
A 3-ball. Reed misses. Boston's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Hey, Coach, what about Naz Reid after going undrafted back in 2019? He is really showing him, isn't he?
Well, Kevin, what a story. Uncommon skill level for a player of his size. He can shoot the ball. He can handle the ball. He's got a lot in his arsenal. He's built like a linebacker, Edwards is. So tough to stop.
Minnesota making a switch. Einard's checked in. Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
Now here's Tatum. 18 points for him.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Look, you can't let Edwards get this close to the rim because he will dunk it on you.
Tatum against Edwards. Tatum passes to Craig. Back to Tatum. It's stolen by Edwards. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Edwards going all the way.
Well, he saw the defender back, and he got the look he liked from 3 and capitalized.
And Tatum puts up a deep 3. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Well, you like the competitive mindset there, trying to answer right back. It just didn't fall.
Back to Reed. Fires the 3. Boston grabs the miss. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Timberwolves trail by 6. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Edwards against Tatum. Edwards, no good. Boston's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And here's Tatum for 3. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
This is why Tatum is a volume three-point shooter, because he knows how accurate he can be.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Second personal foul.
Stan, you talk about a stacked roster. It's hard to find many weaknesses for the Celtics.
Yeah, Kevin, there's a reason the Executive of the Year award went to Boston's front office last season. The Celtics are built right, and they're built to last.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Gobert, he's checked in for Reed. Ando comes in for Alexander Walker. Daniels, he's checked in for Edwards. And it's Conley in for Dante DiVincenzo. And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert.
This is Rudy in his zone, where his shot is within easy reach.
The 3 from Tatum. Stolen away. Here's Minot. Powered down with both hands.
That's a stomach punch, guys. turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
A sequence like that really does sting. I'll tell you that much.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Mike Conley's leadership is huge for the Wolves. Rudy Gobert says his presence on the court, but especially in the locker room, is invaluable. Coach Chris Finch said he's given us everything and more. Conley says to have this kind of trust from everyone is why I'm here. This is what I'm supposed to do. Kevin?
He is a class act. David, thanks. Minot can't get it to go. Celtics leading by 7. Tatum passes to Queta. The kick out to Tatum. Outside Holiday. Wants to get it to Tatum and does. Counted. Good. That's 23 points for Jason Tatum.
Never a bad idea setting Tatum up.
Conley scanning the floor. To the middle. Here's Gobert. And Gobert throws it down.
And look at the big man getting up. When Gobert takes flight, well, you are in for a show.
Here's Tatum. Outside Holiday. Oh, good on the triple. Out to the right wing. Back to Randall. And Randall throws it down.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Deflects the pass. What a performance for Jason Tatum. He has been the story so far for Boston. They've leaned on him for offense. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And you know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
And because of that, I expect to see a huge emphasis on ball control moving forward.
Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Randall out there with Gobert, and it's Conley in at the 1. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. And here's Tatum for 3. Mike Conley with the rebound. And so Conley will bring the ball up for the Timberwolves. Trailing here by 8. Back to McDaniel. Oh, good on the 3.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving.
Tatum, that's good.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Conley dishes to Randall. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Conley's got his 7th assist in the game.
And how about the touch there inside? And that's where Randall likes to get the ball, and you can see why.
The 3 is drilled by Tatum.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc. Wasn't that pass right in his stride? Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
And the defense of the Timberwolves stand as good as it gets.
Well, Kevin, they can compete with anyone when it comes to size, not just up front, but on the wings. They're long and athletic, but it all comes down to execution, and they get it done.
Drills it from outside.
Well, so many bigs excel from three-point range these days, and he's right up there with the best of them.
Oh, the lob to Gobert. Conley finds Gobert. Tries again. Goes up again. Outside for Randall. For the 3. Connects from three-point range. Randall's got 7 points in the game.
Look, if you're open, Conley sees you. That was a great pass.
Timberwolves trail by 8. Ball's knocked loose. Taken away by Holiday. Right side, White. Pass to Porzingis. And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And a change for the Celtics. Pritchard, he's checked in for Derek White. The 3 from Tatum. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Now Conley. He's got 5. Has to Gobert. Plays it up and banks it in. 8 points for Rudy Gobert.
Right through the contact. Gobert's added so much strength since being drafted back in 2013. It's helped all facets of his game.
Porzingis with the block. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Edwards, that's good. Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, I loved being around the game, and so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball and I couldn't hit one, so that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way, so if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific story. Last year, Coach, as you know, the Timberwolves making it to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, that equaled their deepest run in team history, dropping that series to the Mavs. Minnesota has never been to the finals, one of 5 franchises who've yet to get there.
Back to Brown. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, man. What an athletic play from Brown to clean up the miss.
Conley, the pass to Alexander Walker. And the wide-open shot from Reed. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Down low. Conley left side. And Randall throws it down.
How about the combination of power, skill, and balance? Randall gets it done above the rim on that one.
Pritchard gets the bucket.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
2 on the clock. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Conley. Here's Hauser. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close, both teams. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammates. That is a great finish! Oh my gosh. Wow, this is how explosive Edwards can be. He finishes with such force at the rim.
Pritchard passes to Craig. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little lazy.
Joe Ingles is checked in for Minnesota. Here's Brown. Takes it inside.
Terrific finish there from Brown. He goes up strong and absorbs the contact.
Here's Pritchard. Rebound, Minnesota.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
You know, and after fighting to get back into it, that was the chance there to tie it up.
Yeah, that could be deflating. They have to lock back in.
Edwards against Brown. 6 on the shot clock. pass to Pritchard. Floats one up. Here's Hauser. Brown outside. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's DiVincenzo. And that one, good. DiVincenzo's got it all tied up now for the Timberwolves.
And really, after trailing the entire game, they've got to be feeling good about evening things up.
Yeah, guys, they've shown a ton of character in making this comeback. Now they've got to finish the job.
A nice shot by Brown.
Well, you know, when Brown's hitting the 3, it really opens up this offense.
Here's Edwards. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. Celtics leading by 3. Craig finds Brown. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot, and then they've behind that. Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Yeah, what a huge dunk. Making a statement right there.
And Cornette gets it to go.
Tossing the pass to the interior. That's what you want to do. Get into the paint.
Reed kicks to DiVincenzo. Back to Reed. Three-pointer. Drills the three-pointer.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Here's the screen. Brown deciding where to go with it. And the dunk by Brown.
Yeah, charging inside with force. Love seeing Brown go up strong on the drive.
Pass to Ingles. Here's Reed. And Reed throws it down.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Pritchard passes to Cornette. And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. That'll be his second foul of the game. Some changes for Minnesota. Clark is checked in for Joe Ingles. And Mike Conley subbed in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. White against DiVincenzo. Now here's Tatum. Defense right on him. He gets that one.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
1:09 left to play in the final quarter.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
The Timberwolves have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. In the corner, it's DiVincenzo. Edwards finds Reed. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one on White.
First personal foul. First team foul.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the lead down to just 3. Randall's checked in for Minnesota. McDaniels comes in for Dante DiVincenzo.
Well, that's what you expect from him in this situation.
Pass to White. Up top, Tatum. 29 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Inside, Brown. The kick out to Tatum. Brown with the screen on McDaniels. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Boston again missing. Reed the pass to Edwards. To take the lead. Buries the triple. And so Joe Mazzulla calls for the timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Guys, what's your take on how they maximize their opportunities now?
And they've got enough time left to get a good look. It's got to be quick, but it doesn't have to be a heat. You can still catch, turn, and shoot They've got one shot at it here, obviously. It's a make-or-break situation.
And so it's the Timberwolves who come out on top here. All right, D.A.
really run their offense through their bigs.
BA, over the years, one of the things I've heard from coaches quite often is how effective a three-tool big man can be. When you can drive it, pass it, shoot it, score it, do all the things they can, it changes the geometry of the floor.
Here are the starters for Oklahoma City. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3, the small forward.
There's a reason Mike Conley's teammates love playing with him. If you're open, I promise he'll find you.
A nice shot by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Outside Edwards. McDaniels against Williams. Gobert with a screen on Dort. Pass to Gobert. Clock at 6. Over Dort. With the clock winding down. And Gobert with the stuff.
I love that Rudy left no doubt. Show off that power, Rudy.
And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
There aren't many more dominant defenders in the NBA than Gobert.
Well, that's definitely fair to say, BA, because his defense has an outsized influence on a game. The inside presence changes an opponent's game plan.
And Jaden McDaniels picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. You love seeing these type of results.
And stolen by Hartenstein. Quick shot. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Here's Conley. He got a piece of it.
Boy, Lou Dort has more than earned his reputation as a defensive stopper. Twice on the pipes.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now here's Gobert. The shot that time not on target. Good work defensively by Hartenstein. Pass to Williams. 4-3. Anthony Edwards with a rebound. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Banked it in off the glass.
Well, Anthony Edwards with that frame on the interior, such a tough check.
Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. He's guarded by Conley. And here's Randall. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. Edwards. Good work defensively by Dort.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
Williams' shot is good.
Well, pretty pass from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. This guy can score it, but make sure you're lifting up the guys around you.
Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. And it really feels like the chemistry of this Timberwolves team has taken a step forward.
And BA, you know this. Winning always enhances that energy and chemistry. But beyond that, this is a roster full of players that have had individual success, and now they're hungry and thirsty for team success, because that's the true measure. Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Puts up a 3. Drills it from deep.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Hartenstein with it. Wide open. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. 1 minute left in the first. Conley goes in. For 3, Randall. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Dort for 3. Offensive board. Here's Holmgren. The kick out to Williams. Gets the 3 to fall. Williams has got 9.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league. So it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
Here's Conley. It's deflected.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Williams from long range. Here's Hartenstein. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
He got in excellent position, then takes it right back up.
Timberwolves trail by 9. Now Conley. Randall, a screen on Caruso. Randall outside to stop the run. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. And so it's Jalen Williams. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far. Really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
You've also got to love how their defense has been contesting so far, denying shooters to this point.
Taking a look at the Thunder. We've got Aaron Wiggins. Isaiah Joe is out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Williams, and it's Caruso in at the 3 spot. And Doris, no doubt about it, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an absolute monster on offense.
Very quietly, one of the most dangerous offensive players in the game is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got size, he's got speed, he's got handle, he can score from 3 levels. This guy is a legit force.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Give him 8 points now. To the middle. Stolen by Reed. Alexander Walker with it. Caruso covers. The 3, DiVincenzo. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
Pass to Joe. Let's go with a 3. And again, Oklahoma City with a triple.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
To the inside, the kick out to Edwards. Here's Miller. On the wing, Alexander Walker. 3-pointer off the mark. Thunder leading by 6. Joe on the wing. And here is Williams. No points yet. 3-pointer, no good. It's Edwards on the wing. Reed sets a screen. Edwards, a pass to Reed. Gets a very good look and converts. Reed's got 5.
Well, Anthony Edwards showing you that I've got some playmaking in my toolbox. Nice pass.
Joe misses.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
And Edwards, here we go. Getting it done inside. Edwards.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Such a wide open look. Williams has gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. DiVincenzo with it. Caruso covers. Ooh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Wiggins outside. Jacks up a 3. Rebound Minnesota. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Grant, how about the rise of OKC in just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed?
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
And Williams punches it home.
That lack of defensive intensity is not going to stop a player of his caliber from scoring.
Here's Reed, throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's going to be on Alex Caruso, and the Timberwolves will go for a different look here. Gobert's checked in for Miller. Julius Randle comes in for Alexander Walker. McDaniels is checked in for Anthony Edwards, and Conley subbed in for DiVincenzo. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Chet Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. Jalen Williams, he's checked in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort in for Joe. Now here's Conley. McDaniels finds Conley. A minute 20 left to play in the first half. 5 to shoot. Back to Randall. Top of the key. Minnesota again missing.
And it didn't fall, but still a great look.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Now here's Reed. Give him 8 points now. He gets it in there.
Can you say natural leader? Conley is especially effective at running the offense and involving his teammates through his passing.
From deep, Holmgren. Holmgren from deep.
Well, more and more you see big men working on the outside shot, and this guy has one of the better ones in the league.
Here's Gobert. And the jam by Gobert.
My goodness, a little athleticism, a little extra on it, Mr. Gobert.
And here's Caruso outside. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. And so Gobert will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's a three-point game. Reed. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Hardenstein's got his 6th rebound on the night. The Thunder have gotten 6 of their 12 attempts to go since the end of the first. Outside, Williams. Back to Caruso. It could go. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. It's the Thunder. They're up by 3. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. You look at Naz Reid. What a contribution here.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Ed is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the point. And that's the group for Chris Finch as we begin the second half. The shot by Conley, no good. And for the Thunder, they're shooting pretty well at 45%. Here's Williams. Up again. It's good on the putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Conley on the attack. Here's Randle on the take. Yes, great play by Conley to set it up. Randle's got 5 points in the quarter. NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Grant. Is the league too offensive at the moment, do you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend. And now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
For Oklahoma City, they've gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in this second half. Gilgeous-Alexander looking it over. Stolen by Conley. Just over a minute and a half played in the third. Here's Randle. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Stolen by Conley. For the lead. McDaniels passes to Conley. From deep. Another miss by Minnesota. And the Thunder in possession here. Doris, not only is the Thunder roster full of young talent, they also have a ridiculous amount of draft capital.
BA, you've got to give a ton of credit to the front office. They've got multiple options going forward. Continue to draft and develop their talent, or perhaps use those picks to trade for a superstar you believe fits.
It's rebounded by Anthony Edwards.
Oh, an easy look, but he decides to be a crowd pleaser. I'm sure he's upset for attempting that one.
Pass to Gobert. The jump hook. Yep, that one goes. Gobert's got 6.
Well, this is exactly where Rudy Gobert looks to score. The more dangerous he becomes, the closer he gets to the basket.
Williams' shot is good.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's gonna make you pay.
And he lobs it up. Lob City. Ant-Man delivers.
for Anthony Edwards, making it look easy.
Williams, a screen on Conley. Pass to Holmgren. The three. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 assists in the game. Edwards against Dort. Randall outside. Dort with a steal. Stolen by Conley. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Dort for 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Right side Conley. And the ball out of play. The Thunder will have it. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for McDaniels. And also a switch here for Oklahoma City. Caruso is checked in. Stolen by Conley. Outside Edwards. Here's Edwards cutting inside. Count the basket and the foul. It's on Isaiah Hartenstein.
That is big-time strength from Anthony Edwards. He's got the perfect basketball frame.
Reed's checked in for Minnesota. DiVincenzo comes in for Conley. Doris, one of the most physical guards in the NBA, Anthony Edwards.
If you want to talk about a prototypical NBA body, it's Anthony Edwards. He's got size, strength, athleticism, but beyond that, he's so skilled. 3-level scorer, versatile on the defensive end, fearless when it matters. Anthony Edwards may be the next face of the league.
Now here's Randall. He's got 5 with the teardrop, and he sinks the layup. Randall's got 7.
Boy, how about the touch on the floater from Julius Randle? A little creativity.
Williams, a screen on Edwards. Joe with the ball. Randall's in his pocket. Tipped away. Stolen by Reed. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. And here's Edwards outside. Williams grabs the board. Oklahoma City leading by 3.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
That takes us to the end of the 3rd quarter. What a game. Neither team giving ground. 3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Taking a look at the Thunder. Aaron Wiggins out there with Alex Caruso. Then it's Williams. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Joe in at the 2.
Anthony Edwards plays with joy, and you love to see him get his teammates involved. Pretty pass.
Williams misses. The Timberwolves trail. And here we go. The Timberwolves on the run. The 3, DiVincenzo. Joe grabs the miss. Oklahoma City has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 4th quarter. There's the 3. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Minnesota's shooting has been great, 57%, and finding ways to score consistently. The Thunder have gone 0 for 3 in this 4th. Not good. Sinks the tray. And the Thunder lead by 4.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Now here's Edwards. Outside, Alexander Walker. Shot clock at 6. From outside the arc. Edwards on target.
Boy, what a good-looking stroke. Ready on the catch, Anthony Edwards. That jumper is nice.
Reed finds DiVincenzo. Reed sets a screen to take the lead. The rebound by Wiggins. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 1 of 4 since the 4th quarter began. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th now. And it's Alexander Walker penetrating. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Impressive
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use two hands next time. He knows where he is. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
This guy is such an explosive athlete. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander goes straight to the cup.
Oh, and Reed with a block. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Reed. And Minnesota will go for a different look here. Rudy Gobert is checked in for Reed. Julius Randle comes in for Minot. McDaniels is checked in for Alexander Walker. And Mike Conley is subbed in for DiVincenzo. So Oklahoma City going with almost an entire new group here. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Chet Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. Jalen Williams, he's checked in for Caruso. And it's Dort in for Joe. Now here's Conley. Randle, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Ooh, and once again, off the mark by Minnesota. Oh, SGA, sweet.
SGA, that's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to you. Big time clutch delivery.
Down low, out of bounds. It'll be Thunderball. Thunder leading by 3. For 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 7 rebounds in the game. Conley with the ball. Now Gilgeous-Alexander defending. And that one's good from Conley.
Well, there's not a little bit of hesitation with Mike Conley. I know he's slight of frame, but he's thinking, I can score it in the painted area.
And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Boy, as tight as this one is, that's a statement play saying, hey, listen, we're not here to back down from you guys.
And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
The other thing for this team today, they have a bunch of second chance points. They're turning misses into makes.
Well, we know Edwards has an impressive skill set, but what really separates him is the competitive edge that he plays with.
And he makes both free throws.
Free throw shooting comes into focus in tight games. As usual, he's up to the task.
From deep, Holmgren. Oh, Holmgren, the touch from range.
A superb three-point threat. When Holmgren is knocking down triples, he's hard to contain.
Edwards, no good. Oklahoma City leading by 6. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. From deep, Holmgren. Oh, the Thunder, another 3.
Got to give them respect. They're doing everything they can to close this out.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at them.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Edwards finds Randle. The 3 ball. Count it! What a beautiful shot! Brings him within 3!
That's about trusting your guy in the clutch. Julius Randle embracing a tough opportunity.
Williams in the post. Randle's there. Oh, can't get the reverse flush. Gobert passes to Randle to tie it up. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. McDaniels got room. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yes! Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hops, right? You add that to his... Thanks, Alec. Great interview once again. And that about wraps...